let's go mathematical this morning. Yes, Bukola said we're going to be speaking with one of the greatest of all times when it comes to Nigerian football, and that's what we're doing right away. How do you make an African Cup of Nations winning team? Because he was part of the winning team in 1980. It was one of the top goal scorers. You remember him if you watched that match. Well, for some of you who didn't, let us meet Dr. Segun Odegbami, who is the head of Sport and Diplomacy Unit, NIIA. Good morning, sir. Thank you for joining us on the Morning Brief.
Good morning. It's my pleasure. Yeah.
I was just watching the highlights from the competition in 1980. I didn't have time then to watch it, but now I have time to watch
really?
it. And,
we know why you didn't have time to watch it.
Yeah, you know why I didn't have time to watch it then, 1980. And those moves were wow. You went on to win 1980, the very first AFCON for Nigeria then, and we just thought, hey, let's get some ideas from you. How do you make a winning team? Nigeria is going to be playing against Ivory Coast or Cote d'Ivoire on Sunday. You played against Cote d'Ivoire in 1980. The next competition, 1984, was hosted in Cote d'Ivoire as well. So tell us, how can we win this match, sir?
Well, the most important thing is to believe that you can be a champion, that you can win. And that's the first and major step. If you believe it, then you start to do the things that you need to do to be it. So it starts from belief, and then you start to act the part. And that's exactly what we have managed to do with the present squad. Before the championship, you will recall, nobody had any faith in this team. Nobody was supporting the team. But then we assured people that if we had the right combination of psychology and opportunity to train, these guys are going to win the championship. And that's what we are seeing now. The players are playing confidently. It's like a stroll for them. Most of those games, you see them, they take their time, they are cool, and they are confident. And at the end of the day, at the end of these championships, we now find the strongest team in the championship are the Super Eagles of Nigeria. And it started from just believing that they are going to be it. So they have arrived at a point where they are almost unbeatable now. They are unstoppable. And on Sunday, you are just going to see the culmination of all of that.
And sir, I was reading about you ahead of this interview and discovered, as Kari said, that you were known as the mathematical Segun Odegbami in your days because of your ability to calculate your dribbles and your tackles and convert them into goals.
And his background as well from Polytechnic Ibadan.
Indeed. And I'd like you to talk to us about that. But besides that, you're also a columnist, a writer, publisher, television producer, sports school proprietor, actor, track and field athletes manager, just to mention a few things that you did after retirement, and you've gone ahead to make a success of it all. I just wanted to bring that up. But tell us, while you're talking about being the mathematical SO in your days, what you think about the tactics and the formation of the Super Eagles as they go into the match with Cote d'Ivoire, that crucial match.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for all the encomiums. I'm just a restless pilgrim. But for this, I tell you that our team has evolved properly. When we started, we knew that we had the best collection of players of all the teams going to the championship. Our players were doing well all over Europe, and all we needed to do was give them a little bit of time to gel as a team, to become a team, because it's the team that wins championships, not the individual players. And then we couldn't find the time. We had only two weeks to start to put them together and blend. But within those 2 weeks, we played 2 games. We lost, badly, and nobody had faith. But those players just needed a little more time, which they found at the start of the championships in Abidjan. We knew that from match to match, they were going to get better and better at understanding each other. 2 of the teams that have done very well in AFCON are those teams that had players in their local leagues who were playing together for so many years, just as we did in our days. We are talking South Africa. Most of their players are from the local leagues in South Africa. So they are used to each other, unlike ours that, came from different parts of Europe and need time. So now they have found the time. They have a good tactician in the coach who has, used his Mourinho background to develop a defensive style of play where and we use the few opportunities that come our way to score you 1 or 2 goals, and that's it. So the combination has worked perfectly so far. We've now had opportunity for these guys to come out and start to showcase themselves. We have the best player in Africa, in Victor Osimhen, who has not played even 30% of his capacity in these championships. If we had more games to play, by the time we get to the end, he would be a goal-scoring machine. But right now, he's in a lot of energy and driving everybody with his passion and so on and so forth. And we have a leader in William Troost Ekong, who has come of age, he's a great leader, both outside and on the field of play. It's a great team we have now, I assure you. A very good team.
Well, I mean, I imagine Nigerians saying amen to that because we love our football. And if I can maybe add to the accolades, we can also say you're a prophet because you prophesied that Nigeria was going to get to the final and play against Cote d'Ivoire, and it is happening right now. Plus the fact that
I'm not a prophet. I'm not a prophet.
Okay,
but what happens is that you don't buy experience in the marketplace.
True.
You don't buy experience in the marketplace. These are things you sit and analyze. And I've just told you what my analysis were long before the championship started. And hopefully it's just coming to be. And it will end up that way by the special grace of God. We are going to win the cup. I'm here. I traveled 1,100 kilometers by road just to make sure that I make it here. And I give the boys the support they need. They have confidence now because I instill it in them. That, look, we are winning this. Don't just go and do what you have to do, and we are winning it. Right. And we are winning it.
And my question was going to be, we're going to play against host nation. Tens of thousands of people would not be supporting us on Sunday. In fact, the previous match, we understand that they were actually supporting South Africa because we had defeated Cote d'Ivoire. So the fans there were supporting South Africa. Now it will be more than ×2 of those fans that will be hailing one team, Cote d'Ivoire. You've talked about belief, but it is football. Some of these things get into your head. You have played the final. In fact, in the midst of the pressure, you found a way to dribble and score some brilliant goals. So talk to Nigerians, because Nigerians feel the pressure more. Sadly, we lost people during the previous match because a lot of people were really invested in the game. So if you were to speak to Nigerian fans, what would you tell them, please?
The first thing is I commiserate with the families of all those whose lives were lost during the last match. It is our fault. I admit it, because that was a match we had sewn up. We could very easily have won that match, 7 minutes to the end. All we needed to do was just, cruise along, and as we have done for so many matches before. But we went into unnecessary and avoidable situations as a result of some technical lapses, the wrong changes, substitutions, and so on. But let's leave all of that, because we have learned our lesson. We came so close. We were within touching distance of a cup, and we took it away from ourselves. And the prize is that 4 Nigerians lost their lives as a result. So it will not happen again, by the special grace of God. But going into the finals, yes, we are going to meet 60,000 Ivorians. They will overwhelm our own support, whatever kind of support we are able to get. But we will still try. We have 4 million Nigerians in Ivory Coast, and in the next day or two, we want to mobilize them as much as possible to go to that stadium and support us. I will urge that the government or whoever, corporate organizations, they support our supporters who are here, because we need their voices. Just think of when our boys score or a match ends. You see all the players rushing to the supporters stand. It is because they know the supporters are very important. We underestimate what they do. We need to support them here and now so that they can raise their voices. And as we go out to the communities and get them to come out, those supporters need help. Secondly, we have beaten these guys before. We beat them in the preliminary stage, so which gives us a psychological edge. Thirdly, Ivory Coast have not played well. They are not playing well. They are not one of the top teams here. They have been lucky. Even they themselves concede here in Abidjan that God has been their 12th player. It's a miracle how they have gotten to where they got to up till the last match. It's been a miracle. It's not that they have earned it or deserve it on the field of play. So the finals would be a noise-making, vociferous crowd trying to lift their players up against a team that should be prepared for no distractions. Focus for 90 minutes. The Super Eagles should just focus on that game, play their game fully and calmly against a team that respects us. On the streets, the Ivorians know that we are superior to them. We are superior in every sense of the word. We just need to go and display it, which is how we must get our players to believe it, to go there and play football. It's going to be decided on the field of, and if they do that, they will do it anyway. They will do it. We shall outplay Côte d'Ivoire. You will be shocked that that's going to be our easiest match.
Right.
It's going to be a training session for us, and we are going to defeat them hands down. And they will accept it. There won't be quarrel.
You know, I must tell you, sir.
They know we are superior.
I must tell you, sir, I already have goosebumps. I am so encouraged by your words. Thank you so much, Dr. Olusegun Odegbami, head of Sports and Diplomacy Unit, and we know him as mathematical Odegbami. By the way, we need to have a conversation about how you are over 70 and you're looking this young. Maybe we'll do that when we win that cup. We'd like to thank you so much.
We'll have him back, definitely.
Yes, sir. Thank you for your time on the Morning Brief.
Thank you. Have a good day.